Normally, Saudi Arabia is known for oil and immense wealth. But behind this glittering image lies a deeply unsettling reality. This Arab nation may be rich beyond imagination, yet it is deprived of one of nature's most essential blessings: water. It's like owning a palace made of gold but having only 2 sips of drinking water. Saudi Arabia is the largest country in the world with not a single natural river. Around 98% of its land is scorching desert, and rainfall is almost non-existent. Yet today, right in the middle of this vast desert, where for miles you see nothing but silent sand dunes, Saudi Arabia has begun creating its own rivers. These are not ordinary rivers. Here, water doesn't flow down from mountains. It is pumped uphill against gravity. Thousands of kilometers of freshwater pipelines form an artificial river network that seems to challenge the laws of nature themselves. But the real question is, if Saudi Arabia has no water, where is all this water coming from? And even more astonishing, how is this seemingly impossible feat made possible? You already know that Saudi Arabia has an extremely hot and dry climate. For example, the capital Riyadh receives only 116 millimeters of rainfall annually. Meanwhile, the population has exploded from 3 million in 1950 to over 26 million today. This rapid growth placed unbearable pressure on the country's water reserves. Where did Saudi Arabia get its fresh water from when it had no rivers? For decades, the kingdom relied heavily on deep underground aquifers, known as fossil water. This water accumulated underground over millions of years, and once used, it takes millions of years to replenish. In other words, it is a non-renewable resource. For many years, nearly 70% of Saudi Arabia's water needs were met by extracting this fossil water. But the consequences were devastating. NASA's GRACE satellite data shocked Saudi officials when it revealed that between 2002 and 2016, Saudi Arabia was losing nearly 2 cubic kilometers of groundwater every year. That's 2 trillion liters annually to AT that time. With a population of around 18 million, each person was consuming about 310 liters of water per day, while the global average is only 150 liters. It was like running a battery that could never be recharged. The situation worsened in the 1970s when the government decided to grow its own wheat instead of relying on imports. Although the intention was good, the impact on water reserves was disastrous. Government subsidies encouraged massive agricultural expansion, and by 2003, 85% of the country's water was being consumed by agriculture alone. Within just 3 decades, water reserves were drained so rapidly that the government was forced to shut down domestic wheat farming. It was then decided that the remaining fossil water would be reserved strictly for emergencies. But if Saudi Arabia could no longer use its only water source, where would freshwater come from? The answer lies in one of the most ambitious engineering projects in human history, the world's largest artificial river system. This revolutionary project spans nearly 12,000 kilometers. Built underground, something never attempted on this scale before. Every day, it produces around 9.4 million cubic meters, or 9.4 billion liters, of freshwater. Using advanced desalination technology, seawater from the Red Sea and the Persian Gulf is converted into drinkable water. The underground design minimizes evaporation in the extreme desert heat, ensuring continuous water flow across the country, even to mountainous regions and the most water-scarce areas. This project isn't just about supplying water. Saudi Arabia aims to revive its dream of self-sufficient agriculture, turning barren land green and reducing dependence on food imports, while diversifying its economy beyond oil. The artificial river is 11 meters wide, 4 meters deep, and uses 2.25-meter diameter anti-corrosion pipelines. The network is so vast that its total length may exceed twice the Nile River, making it the largest pipeline system ever built. But transporting water is only half the challenge. The real hurdle is desalination. Saudi Arabia has built 28 desalination plants along its coastlines. 2 main technologies are used: multi-stage flash distillation, where seawater is heated, evaporated, and condensed on a massive industrial scale, often using recovered energy to improve efficiency, and reverse osmosis, inspired by biological cell membranes. Seawater is forced through ultra-thin polymer membranes with pores so small that even viruses cannot pass through. This system removes 99% of salt and minerals, producing exceptionally pure water while consuming just 2.8 kilowatt-hours per 1,000 liters. Today, 66% of Saudi Arabia's water demand is met through desalination. Additionally, more than 500 dams store nearly 2 billion cubic meters of water, helping recharge aquifers and support agriculture. But another important question arises: what happens to the salt removed from seawater? Each liter of seawater contains about 35 grams of salt. That means producing 9.4 billion liters of freshwater leaves behind 329,000 tons of salt every single day, more than the weight of 1,600 blue whales. Much of this salt, known as brine, is released back into the sea, causing environmental damage. In the Red Sea, dead coral zones have already appeared due to rising salinity and temperature to reduce this impact. Saudi Arabia is developing deep-sea multi-diffusers and exploring brine mining, extracting valuable minerals like magnesium and potassium to reduce waste. Today, Saudi Arabia is the world's largest producer of desalinated water, and Guinness World Records recognizes its water delivery system as the largest pipeline network on Earth. By 2030, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman aims to meet 100% of the nation's water needs through this system. Perhaps the most astonishing sight is water being pumped to 10,000-foot-high mountains, powered by massive pumping stations that alone consume 9% of the nation's electricity, forcing rivers to flow uphill. This underground river is not just a pipeline, it is a declaration that technology can defeat water scarcity. A country with no natural rivers and no natural freshwater resources will host the World Water Forum in 2027. Saudi Arabia's message is clear: even the harshest environments can be transformed through determination and innovation. Share and comment. Thank you for your support. See you in the next amazing video.